Hello, everyone, and we are back with pull up three for the WNBA season. I am Paragon Don,
I'm Jamae.
And I'm Jake Trent.
and today we will be talking about the games from yesterday. Well, right now it's Wednesday, so I don't know what days will come out, but we'll be talking about the opening day games. We'll talk about some of our award predictions, and we will talk about like we put out rankings on how we feel like the teams are going to be over the course of the season and our justifications for those. Um, so to start, uh, we had the Mystics and the Liberty game, and I just want to say shout out to Shakira Austin because Lord knows I did not think that she was going to be playing this soon. And she did not look like she has not played basketball in a long time. She looked very good and she will be one of the main things that keeps the Mystics watchable because Lord knows they will be tanking, but we love Shakira Austin and Brittany Sykes.
I have never watched, I think Jay said this yesterday, but I've never watched two teams who did not want to win a game more. Like it's and honestly, I want to talk about the end of the game. So Jay, do you want to talk about the beginning before I get to the end?
Okay, yeah, I can. So, um, shout out to I'll start by saying shout out to Jonquel Jones because she came to play. It did not appear that 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 her teammates had all of their ducks in a row, but they JJ was ready. She was hitting the outside shot. Just the fact that she's willing to pull those consistently, that's going to mean a world of difference for um for the Liberty and for a team that has championship aspirations. They're going to need that level of production from her. Um, I do want to give the Mystics some credit because they going into the game, they made it clear that they were there to muck this offense up. We want them. We know y'all spots. We know where y'all want to get. It's our job to make sure that you do not get there. And I think that's kind of gonna be the way that they'll be able to stay in games all season. Like they're gonna have to be able to they're gonna have to lean on defense because they have the defensive personnel. We don't know if the offense is gonna be there all the time, but the defensive personnel is there because you got Brittany Sykes playing at the point of attack. Shakira Austin can protect the rim. She can also roam. She can switch out onto a guard if she needs to. That's the kind of thing that they're going to need if they're going to be competitive in games. Because, I mean, we looked at the roster. We know that they probably won't be favored in a lot of games. But that defensive personnel is going to give them a shot if they can make shots.
I also just want to say I know we're giving a big shout out to John Quill. I would also like to say shout out to Benaja Laney. She absolutely came to hoop as well. John Quill had 25, 8 rebounds, 2 assists, a block on 10 for 17 shooting, and 4 for 8 from 3 point line. Benaja had 20 points, 4 rebounds, 2 assists, 2 steals on 9 for 13. Everybody else, it looked kind of ugly. It's some 4 for 12s here, a 3 for 9 here, a 3 for 9 here. It's holding Brianna Stewart to 3 for 9 shooting is very impressive. And I know we always talked about like EDD giving Brenda Stewart hell, but I think she might have before she decided to pseudo retire. I think she might have shown Shakira Austin something because she was there. This that might just might not be the team that Brenda Stewart want to play like ever because she is not getting her numbers. If she feel like scoring, it's not against the Mystics.
To the point about JJ. She did say that she's like trying to be back into her like MVP form. So I'm going to watch her because I do feel like last season JJ like she played like she was just there. And there was you could definitely tell the difference when she was like, "Oh, I'm here to win the game," and when she's just like, "Yeah, I'm just this is my day job. I can't, you know what I'm saying? I'm here to work. That's it." Um, so I am looking forward to seeing her like more energized and more like um into it early in the game and not wait until the last minute. I will say I did not know Brittany Sykes had a double double. So good for her. Um, but let's talk about the end of the game because it's really it was like God wanted the Mystics to win, but they were like, we don't actually want to win, so we're not gonna do this. And it was you could just tell how horribly like the Liberty have been playing. Like something Stewie has been stank for a little minute. And she again 3 for 9, so that shows it enough. But I want to say let me go back. What happened? Let me think about what happened in that last sequence. Somehow they had got within 1 point. Who was it? The Mystics came
The
within.
the was it? It wasn't the Ariel Atkins jumper, was it?
I
No.
know,
What?
I know it was a point at the end of the game where the Mystics missed like 3 shots in a row and they kept getting the rebound, and then the possession finally ended with the Shakira Austin missed layup,
Yeah,
and then
she missed the bunny.
That was the
Yeah,
final play. But before that, I think the Liberty had a moving screen to get them the ball back. But
yeah,
there was a
they
play
called it on
before
JJ.
that.
Yeah,
It
they
might have
called
been
the
there
move.
back. Okay, Brittany Sykes made a layup to put them down, so they were down 1. Why doesn't it tell you the next thing that happened? Anyway, they Brittany Sykes made a couple of plays to put them back close. And then and then the Liberty get the ball back, and I'm like, okay, like they're about to run a play, like something's gonna work. I think that's when they get the movie screen call. So like they get the Mystics get the ball back, and I'm like, okay, fantastic. This is great for them. This is their opportunity to win. I don't know. They go the Shakira sequence happens. She gets the ball, like she missed or whatever. They come back down. I think Sabrina shoots some free throws. They get the ball one last time, and I don't
Mhm.
understand what the play was that the Mystics man like wrote up. But
the
this is
Mystics
They
man
took
is
he took I
crazy.
know he took Shakira out and put he took Shakira out and put Van Loo in the game.
and the thing that pissed me off about that is like, where's your basketball IQ? This lady, I want to say Sabrina, it's either Sabrina or Sloot was guarding her. This lady beat her off the dribble, was literally in the middle of the paint by herself, and she turned around. I said, "Sister, look up. Like there is dead ass nobody in front of you. Nobody's in front of you. Look at the basket. Are you trying to win or are you trying to pass the ball? What what was the
Yeah,
point?"
and I think at the time there was like 13 seconds left. So like, and you're down 3. So if you got a layup, take it, foul. I mean, if it comes to that, let it come to that. Nobody had y'all in this game anyway. Like
Literally,
you,
like
you might as
nobody
well
thought they were gonna win.
like give yourself a chance.
That is the reason why they are ranked dead last because what was that? And the fact that like it's kind of pissing me me off more now that I think about it because she was wide open, but on the possession before that, 3 different people tried to shoot a 3, and none of y'all hit nothing. Like the rim, air, just it was bad. So like, why are we trying to shoot the 3? Maybe let's drive to the rim. You already beat the man. She's not keeping up with y'all. You know what I'm saying? It's not like the Liberty playing some like stellar defense. They not getting no stops. So like, what? I just want to know what the plan is. Like, what was he even trying to do? Because clearly, like, it either worked too well or it didn't work at all. And in both cases, like, you could have benefited.
It was almost like she was shocked that she was so open. She was like, "Wait, what?"
They didn't believe in the Mystic Man, and it worked too well. But I was just really like we said in the text message yesterday, it was really just like everyone on both sides kept doing something that was just really like, why did you do that? And I was like, maybe both of these teams deserve to lose. Like it just kept. So from the 2-minute mark, so Brittany Sykes made a layup. Jonquel missed a 3. Brittany Sykes missed a 3-foot 2-point shot. Courtney Vandersloot missed a 3. Brenda Stewart made a bad pass, and Shakira also stole it. The Mystics had a shot clock turnover. Jonquel Jones got an offensive foul. Ariel Atkins missed a 23-foot 3-point jumper. Stephanie Dolson missed a 27-foot 3-point jumper. Shakira Austin missed a 2-point shot. And then Shatori Walker Kimbrough had to foul Sabrina, and she made both of her free throws. That is a lot of turnovers and missed shots within less than 2 minutes. Like that's nasty.
And the thing
Like
that it was just crazy because the part when like the Stephanie Dolson heave, it's like y'all had 2 different opportunities to run a play. And this is probably why you need a point guard, because why did nobody say, all right, y'all, let's take a breath. We got 11 seconds. Like, that's not a lot of time, but it's enough time for you to set a screen, try to get to the like do something. But instead, everybody was like, actually, we're gonna just keep passing this around until we have to heave it up. And then Stephanie Dolson heaves it up. And it's like, okay. I wish Kara would have, put it back, but like I can't even really blame her for that because that was kind of God's gift. I mean, I don't know.
Yeah, I felt like there was so much. It was like scramble drill when Ariel Atkins missed the 3. Like she missed the 3 and everybody starts scrambling, and it's just like, y'all, we've got 30 seconds. And I mean, with the shot clock, I guess it's what, 14. But we have time. We have time to get set. We can get into some sort of action. We need 2 points. We are down by 1. Why are we pulling 3?
I
Like
think
is like we just and it's not like I it's not like the Liberty perimeter defense was up to par in this game. So you could have just, if you take a minute and don't panic. It was like they panicked. And I wonder, this is kind of my concern for them this season. I wonder if similar to Atlanta down the stretch last season, I wonder if they're gonna have issues closing games out when they got an opportunity to put it away.
I don't think
That's
that's
my
the if.
concern for
I think that
that's my concern for Washington right now.
I don't think it's the if at all. If they gonna have issues, it's just they just. I just the personnel is not all the way there, at least offensively. Now, like defensively, I think like they gonna have teams looking just as crazy as they do. Like just how they're both them and the Liberty look really crazy because they just played really good defense, but they also just don't have the really personnel to make them pay like that. And like, I think when you had the tank commander You make them games look pretty, and then when them games close to the end, you do something a little bit silly to lose, and it's like I did my job. This game was close. I Shakira Austin, you did your job. This game was close against arguably a top three, top two team in the league, and y'all lost. Paige will thank you. Well, yeah,
We
I don't.
you did enough to make people say, "Hey man, watch out for Washington." but not enough to not enough to get him a W.
You did
But
enough.
enough to be like, okay, they might got something if they add XYZ.
Players not gonna get their numbers like that against them. I can tell you that right now. So for
Take the smash the under,
all you betting folks,
smash the under against the Mystics.
all your favorite
Cause
players,
they finna give the number one option hell, no matter who it is.
it's gonna be an ugly game. So just be wary. But yeah, so that was a interesting game. It was funny. And I know we said like the Liberty perimeter defense didn't hold up today. I don't think that's shit gonna hold up all season, to be honest. If it ain't Benaja,
It wasn't holding up to begin with. Like the Liberty, literally, we didn't like talk about the offseason, but they literally went into the offseason and did nothing. They were like, we good.
and they was moving like Pat Riley. Like
It's like I know you was in the finals last year, but NECA and Skylar Diggins weren't on the Storm. Okay. In Connecticut, they didn't have, Tiffany Mitchell and them. Like the other teams around you went and said, actually, we trying to seriously win. And y'all were like, let's get us a bench. And then your bench did what? Like you played your bench 5 minutes. What was the point of getting the bench?
Yeah, I don't think Kayla Thornton played 5 minutes yesterday.
and then Kayla Thornton played exactly 5 minutes, funny enough. And then they cut like they main young prospects. So it's like if this don't
And
work,
Marquisha Davis was a DNP CD. So
it probably could have guarded somebody. I don't know. I mean, they won, so it's not too much to hate on. But like, please,
no, this is actually the prime time to hate because
it's going to be a lot of things to slander over the course of the season.
We need to slander this because this is bad. Like the Mystics are projected like 11th seed. Like we all walked in here saying y'all stink and y'all barely beat them. I know it's only day one, but y'all, and this is y'all same starting five. So we shouldn't be talking about no chemistry issues. No, y'all was just saying I was going to the pizza place last week. So y'all should be good.
Speaking of chemistry, I did think it was really funny how we all know that famously Kelsey Plum was like, hey, they don't really like each other like that. And they was like, whoa, hold on now. Slow your roll. Yeah, we do. We love each other. And like you could just tell like the chemistry wasn't really there. And then like now that they had their little preseason, they was doing their little interviews, they was like, yeah, we made it a point to really like hang out with each other and like do things. And it's like, so the Puerto Rican didn't lie. I see. Y'all might not have not disliked each other, but everybody was doing their own separate side quest when the games ended. Like, did y'all really like each other? Like, no, sorry. It's just so funny that Kelsey basically ended up being right about that, and like they tried to like, no, that's not true, and it just ended up being their downfall. So yeah, that is our Liberty and Mystics wrap up. Next game is the Connecticut Sun and the Indiana Fever. Jamae, would you like care to?
I hate them. Actually, you asked me what my what was my panic rating? I am at a On a scale of 1 to 10, I'm at a 22. Yeah. I hate them. I hate them actually. And you know what? It's game one, and we actually have a new team, so I, should give them some grace, and I will, when I've settled down about this. But we look terrible. And it's making me mad that we look terrible because it's like it's almost like it's a lot of things happening. Number one, I feel like it seems like everybody on the team was like, oh, we got Caitlin Clark, so she about to carry us. And I'm like, sisters, we got Caitlin Clark so she could playmate. So you can run the floor, so you can be aggressive on offense, so you don't have to get double teamed. Like, we picked her up to playmate. And it was like the first half, I felt like everybody was like, oh, we just gonna keep giving it back to Caitlin, hope she figure it out. And it's like, no, this is not what we paying any of y'all for. And then, I mean, Aaliyah had a pretty bad game. Defensively, I think she did all right, but like offensively, you can tell she was a little flustered. She was traveling, like Aaliyah don't travel, but she had a couple of moments where it was like, okay, girl, let's relax. And that made me mad because it seemed like because this was Caitlin's first game, and obviously like her frustration was showing immediately, that Aaliyah had to be the vet and be like, Caitlin, stay in the game, like focus, is fine, you're doing good, whatever. And nobody was in Aaliyah's ear like, take your time, play your game, do what you gotta do. Like, Aaliyah should not have to do that. Erica Wheeler, that's why we hired you. That's why you're here. Actually, Kelsey Mitchell, that's why you're here. If y'all don't get it together, you won't be. Like, this is what y'all are here for. And like, it's not happening, and I just don't understand. And then Nalissa got benched at some point, and then Katie Lou, like, Katie Lou, we paid you to shoot the ball, and you took 2 shots, and you don't play no defense. So what? What are we doing? Kaylin took 15 shots. She took 11 threes, bro. And I knew this was going to be a problem. I said this when in the preseason games, when she took like 10 and 10 and 12, I think, in the first 2 games each. And I was like, I really hope we don't get to a point where it's like they're playing like she's at Iowa, where it's Caitlin or bust, because we don't have to play like that. Like, we tried that with Kelsey Mitchell. It did not work. We're trying it with Caitlin. It doesn't work. Like, I don't know how many more like examples we gotta put out there, but it doesn't work. Like, it just doesn't work. And Aaliyah only getting 6 touches is like a criminal offense. I think our bench did all right. But then Christy not playing Lexi and Celeste and Victoria. Like, we already was losing. There was no way we were gonna win. Like, we stank in the first half in one way, and then we stank in a different way in the second half. So we weren't gonna win. So I don't understand why Christy didn't play with the rotations more. I don't understand that at all. But honestly, credit to Connecticut, because they came and they were like, we were top 3 defenses in the league. So we're going to keep that going. Actually, we're going to make your life a living hell. And they did. And it's like, shout out Alyssa Thomas getting a triple double on her face the first day back. Like,
So all
Yeah,
praises. Oh, go ahead, Jay. My bad.
no, okay. I was just gonna say all credit to to the Sun. I know that people are going to be giving Dejanay Carrington a lot of credit for her defense on Caitlin Clark, which was excellent. But the fact that she was willing to take the shots that she was taking, that's going to be the next step in the evolution for Connecticut. If they're going to be contenders, they're going to need that production from her because you see they made her they made her a starter. So they're going to need that production from her. And Ty Harris also played really well. She was 6 for 11, 16 points. Um, the defense is going to be the main story, but offensively, they did what they had to do. Um, Bree Jones is an incredible defender. We knew that already. The Sun as a whole played great defense. Um, Bree Jones obviously got the Aaliyah Boston assignment and was making it hard for her. I mean, she did. They kind of canceled each other out on offense, but she made she made it difficult for Aaliyah Boston to get going. Um, it kind of made the Fever kind of like, okay, well, maybe we do have to kick it back outside and see what Caitlin gonna do because we're not getting nothing going in the paint. Alyssa Thomas is roaming around this mid-range area, and she got to close out on a jump shooter. She gonna do that. We still got DB over here on the weak side. Like they made it very difficult for Indiana to get going, and their backcourt stepped up on offense. DB had 20 points. Congratulations to her for becoming fifth all time in career points.
Passing your
She
ex-wife is crazy. Crazy.
um yeah the wire hanger ain't done yet. So shout out to her. And yeah, I think it was just a dominant performance and them showing why they not too far removed from being in the finals, even though they don't have JJ no more. They the identity of this team is still there. And I think they're gonna be a problem this year. And I had them at fifth in my rankings, and I'm less confident about that now than I was then. So yeah, salute to them.
As a nigga who also had Connecticut fifth, I also kind of, it's only been one game, but I also might feel kind of crazy. But I gotta see how these other things go and what things look like. But yeah, also very much shout out to Connecticut. Your point about Dejanay Carrington um, was very spot on. She actually took the most shots on the team, which is kind of crazy. Because I could not imagine saying that last year, let alone like when she got drafted. Like, if you told me Dejanay took the most points on a team that where Dewana and like Alyssa Thomas are fully healthy, I would have called you fucking crazy. But like, she has put in so much work, and I respect her so much for the work she's put in, the time she's put in. Like, we talk about how hard it is to make a WNBA roster, how hard it is to stick to a WNBA roster, like how hard it is to kind of move up to a degree because all these players are so good. It's only so little teams. Like, it's just a lot to do and a lot needed to succeed. And she really went from a third round pick, if I'm not mistaken. Was she second or third?
Shit, second.
She was definitely not a first. And she really like has made a name for herself. She went from like not playing that much to being one of the better players off the bench, and now she's starting and being willing to take the most shots on her team when you have the fifth leading scorer all time on your team still being very good. She really emptied that clip. I mean, 6 for 15 isn't like beautiful, but her being willing to do that just is very important. So
No, but I think we have to play on her 6 for 15 is good because I feel like last season she was kind of known for just like doing some bullshit, like when it came to offense. But I can't recall in a moment in the game where I was like, why would you do that? Like I don't feel like I had that thought about her like at all during the game. Like I feel like she was making all the right reads and like, like we always say, like the the percentage don't really matter if you like, actually playing through, playing the game the way you're
Right.
supposed to. So it's like
Yeah, I was shocked to look at the box score and see that she was 6 of 15. It didn't feel that way. Like it didn't feel like she missed 9 shots because the shots that you're taking are the shots that you're supposed to be taking. So like that's really all that matters. Like if once the shot diet improves, the shots will start falling. And I mean, like you said, 6 of 15 ain't crazy, but it's fine. Like it's the first game of the season. Um, Not really tripping on efficiency like that. Um, DB was efficient, but she's one of the best ever. Like she was 8 for 14 in the first game of the season, but it's not really a necessity. Was a necessity is taking the shots when you have them, and that's what she did.
So
I
yeah.
will say, oh, sorry.
No, go ahead.
They number one, I had the Connecticut Sun ranked number 3. I need everybody to know that. My second point though is that the Connecticut Sun hired Rachel Banham to shoot the 3, and that's literally all she did. She was 3 for 7. She could have been a little bit better. But I have never seen Rachel Banham play better basketball. The block that she had on Cece, I said, Rachel Banham plays defense? and then she turned around and had a steal. I said, Rachel Banham plays defense?
Hey, there is not a block in her box score, and it's kind of crazy because I know for a fact I've seen that.
I think they called a foul, but I don't know if they called the foul on her or.
Yeah, they might
Yeah,
have. Yeah,
that block was crazy. But yeah, Connecticut makes we talked about the Liberty not making moves or enough. Connecticut has made enough. We talked about before how they're always the bridesmaid, never the bride, and I think if it's gonna be a year where they finally do what they got to do, it might be now. Because they look phenomenal. So shout out to Dawn Bonner. Like we said, moving up to 5th all time in all time WNBA league score is nothing to sneeze at. Like that is super impressive. It's so many fantastic women that have came in and out of the league. Alyssa Thomas, first triple double of the season. I think I seen that graphic where she has 9 triple doubles and their whole rest of the league history has like 21 or something. Um, Bree Jones is Bree Jones, like arguably the best post defender in the league. And then Ty Harris and Dejanay Carrington as a tandem, like they are a true testament of hard work. And, Ty had a little bit of a different situation than Dejanay. Like she just was not playing that much with the Wings, even though it's funny because the Wings could absolutely use her right now. Um, and I cannot imagine a team with her. But like she really didn't have a place for she had a place, but the Wings decided not to use her in that place for some reason. So she got traded to Connecticut, and like Connecticut has always been so vet heavy, at least like in the last couple years. And so they really had to work to get to where they at, and you could tell the hard work has paid off. So um Indiana will be fine. Caitlin Clark will be fine, I'm sure. Um,
I just realized I didn't talk about Indiana at all.
the
That wasn't on purpose.
Jermaine did it.
We can
Jermaine
talk
did it
about
enough.
me further until
Yeah.
and you. It's funny because I've been saying this too. I said this to I've been saying this to myself, but I said this to Taka too. We play the Liberty next. It's our home opener. S2E has been playing bad basketball. If that bitch get up in there and she put up a 40-piece, I'm going on this. I'm walking on that floor. You will see me on the Cheez-Its logo. Because bitch, play with somebody else.
Hey, listen. We just talked about how Liberty perimeter defense is not good. If it's any time for Clark to get her game off,
Oh, my oh wait. I agree with that. But my Indiana Fever take is don't overthink this. Play through your bigs. Please play through your bigs. Like you have one of the best post scorers in the league of Boston. I know she had a tough matchup against going against Bree Jones and AT, but please play through her. Let her lead y'all to the promised land. Um, Nalissa Smith said, "I'm gonna get mine. I'm gonna get these shots up. Y'all want to play? I'm here. Okay. And you know what? I ain't mad at her either. 5 for 12. I don't care. Somebody got to get shots up. Let them get them up.
Bro, Nalisha was like, I swear to you, it was like Nalisha was hooping, and then I looked up and I was like, is she not playing? Like, what happened? Like, it was like Nalissa was hooping, Cece was doing her. It was kind of engagement from everybody. Then the second half came, and I said, is anybody else playing? Like, what are we doing? But Nalissa has been like, honestly, she's been hooping too since she came back, even in the preseason games. Like, she came ready to play. She's like, I'm a get mine. She took that. We're gonna be the best duo personally.
Right. And that's the right mentality. That's the right mentality to have. And I think Caitlin's gonna be fine, but she's gonna have to get the ball up. Like let let the offense work for you. Like you can come off screens. It's not you don't have to try to create every open look for yourself. You making it hard on yourself. You don't have to do that. You got a team around you that can set you up. So let them do it.
And the thing too, I think she has to like kind of play with a better pace. Like I think she's trying to play a little too fast, and even with like some of the passes she made to Aaliyah, like obviously they haven't played together much, so Aaliyah doesn't. They don't know each other that well yet, but like there was some passes she was making and was like, Aaliyah is definitely not ready for that pass. Like she just turned her head. Like give her a moment to, gather her step. Like you'd have gave her the ball already and she not in position to, you know what I'm saying? It's not like she running by herself to the rim. Like you passing her the ball as a defender right in front of her. That's not. So I don't know. It'll work itself out. The pace and all that stuff will work itself out. But she definitely has to slow down, and Christy Size needs to like Christy. I'm gonna let her. I'm gonna let her rock. I'm gonna let her rock.
we'll see what happens by game 10, 15. That's really gonna be when it's like, okay, maybe these teams are bad, or maybe this person is not good. Shit like that. Aces and Mercury ring night. I texted y'all this, and I'm pretty sure I said this on Twitter. I was telling everybody I could tell DT is fucking washed. Like, yeah, she's still in roster spots. She doing a lot. She don't need to play for the Olympic team. She still don't. She's like just everything I could say about this lady for on-court reasons. And this girl hit 7 threes. I was like, what the hell? My friends asking me about betting. I said, bet her under. I know he was sick. I said, yeah, Jackie and them got her. Yeah, ain't no reason. I was like, Natasha and Kalia might go crazy. DT is just, I had like 8.
DT has to show out at least, once a month. And they was already talking shit about her before they already been saying she stinks, so she had to come and prove a point.
Listen, she was frying Kelsey fucking face off. Like that shit was bad, dude. It was like anytime like going band for band with somebody who's 41 is not good. I'm sorry to tell you. I like Kelsey was scoring, and I respect that a lot from her. Like she was really like she was getting her spots, doing what she had to do. But like they was going band for band. I was like, girl, just sit down. Why is she shooting? Why is she frying your face off like this? Um, it was a point where I was like, damn, are the Aces about to piss me off? And Miss Asia Wilson said, never that. Because everybody else, dear heavens, I don't know what the hell was going on. Um, Alicia Clark, love her down. She was 0 for 4 from the 3-point line. She was looking like Al Horford out there. Um, Kia didn't shoot. I thought this was 2022. She didn't shoot the whole game. Um, Asia was 10 for 22, 30 points, 13 rebounds, 5 assists, 3 blocks, 1 steal. Everything I could ask from you. Amazing. Kelsey Plum, 8 for 20, 3 for 10 from 3, 19 points, 5 assists, 3 rebounds. Got fried by Diana Taurasi in 2024. Um, Jackie Young was 6 for 16, 2 for 8 from the 3-point line. She was 9 for 10 from the free throw line. So that shot was not falling, and it didn't fall in the preseason either. But she did what she had to do to get her 23. I don't even remember her getting 23, but she had it because she was getting like that's just like pound for pound. That's probably the strongest person in the league. Like just I I don't. It ain't nothing to do with that. Like that is nothing but muscle over there. And yeah, the Mercury looked a lot better than I assumed. It is game one, so of course things happen, but I do absolutely have to give them credit for that. Natasha Cloud looked like Natasha and Kalia looked like they fit with this team very well. And I do also have to give credit to the girl dad coach because he was running some stuff that I was like, okay, all right. All right. Like people were just like wide open. I was like, hold on now. Maybe do I have to apologize? It might be a little minute. It's like, do I have to apologize? So we're gonna see by like game 20 or something. But yeah, they looked a lot better than I assumed. And I had them let me see. I had them eighth and ahead of right behind the Fever. And we'll see if that stands. I also had Connecticut fourth. I did not have them fifth. So we had Connecticut 3, 4, and 5, respectively. Um, but yeah, so shout out to the Aces. They their ring night, it was a celebration, first game hangovers. I think Asia said at the end of the game that she had to get in their rear end because they was bullshitting. She knew they was bullshitting. And like the fact they have that relationship is really cool. So yeah, that's all I can ask. That's all I can say.
Yeah. So that was a sometimes you just need that player to be like, hey, on my back, let's go get it. And that's what Asia did. She was like, hey, all right, y'all is locked in, or if you ain't got it, I got it. So 30 and 13, like she pulled a couple threes. I I am interested. I know she missed them both. I am interested to see if she's gonna be willing to take more of those this year. Because the last MVP season, she was taking two threes a game. And she was shooting pretty proud of it. She was at like 38%. So she can do that. I know that last year they asked her to be more uh post-centric, which obviously worked. They won a championship. But I'm interested to see if she's gonna be willing to get back to that. Or I mean, because I feel like there's some expansion of the team dynamic. But for me, the main takeaway from the way that the Aces played is they missed Chelsea Gray. Like they look like they look like a team without a table setter. And when you've got a team that runs through a dominant interior force like Asia Wilson, you got to have a table setter. And this is no knock on Kelsey Plum. This is no knock on Jackie. This is no knock on any of the guards. They just some teams more than others need a traditional point guard to run the offense, and that's what they missed. They missed Chelsea Gray yesterday. That's like she is a key part of their identity. So going forward, I'll be interested to see how they make up for her not being there until she gets back. But pretty solid first game from them. Um, on the Mercury side, uh, Kalia Copper is going. I love the way that she attacks the paint. Like she's one of my favorite players to watch when it comes to just getting to the rim because she gonna take whatever shot, do whatever move, all that. She was ready for that yesterday. She knew how big the moment was. She knew that it was ring night for the reigning champs, and she was like, "I'm coming to crash our party." She didn't succeed, but she tried, and I can appreciate that. Um, and BT, um, I guess the old players just not going away because that's another thing I learned from yesterday. So between her and Dewana Bonner, um, they are they taking a sweet time. So those are my main takeaways. And Natasha Cloud, I I think that it'll be interesting to see the way that they have her running the show for that offense. And they look like a team that is missing a big because I think they have one center on the roster and she is injured. So um, when that happens, Asia Wilson gives you 30 and 13. So they're gonna have to figure that out. But
including 17 points in the first quarter.
right.
I thought she was about to have another 50 piece. I was like, whoa, it's getting bad.
I ain't
Yeah.
gonna lie to you.
Go ahead, Jermaine.
No, I was gonna say that like I stopped watching the game at the end of the first quarter. I was like, it's too late for me. I need to go to bed. So when I like woke up this morning and I like looked at the TL and people was like, oh, the Mystics, I mean the Mercury fighting back. I was like, hold on. Because they was getting their ass handed to them. When I went to lay down. So what are we doing? And it's funny because like I feel like in that first quarter, Kelsey was like doing her best PG work. And it's like, what did you do after that? Like, why didn't you just stay the course? Like, it wasn't like they could stop her. So, like, why did you veer away? Obviously, I don't know what happened to really, whether it was rotation or whatever. But I don't know. I still have the girl dads at 10. I'm standing on that and whatever.
Yeah, I have the Phoenix Girl Dads at 7, but we will see. Um, they really gonna have to figure out what their paint presence is gonna be while BG is out because it appears that it may be an extended period. So that's gonna be some adjusting that they're gonna have to do. But yeah, the Aces held serve. They did what they needed to do. It was enough to it got a little shaky at the end, but the champs are the champs. So
And then last but not least, the Lynx and Storm. Uh, Now I did not get a chance to watch this game. All I seen when I woke up or not even when I woke up, but like when I was going to sleep, I seen Londa Smith was the leading scorer on the Lynx, and I said, "What the fuck happened here?" Um, Nafisa uh, had 20 and 12. Alana Smith had 22, 8, 4 blocks. Courtney Williams had 14, 7 assists, 5 rebounds, 5 steals. I was like, what the hell going on here? So, Jay, I think you watched most of the game, if not all of it, if you want to.
Yeah. So, my main question for the Storm, it's not. I'm not panicking. Obviously, it's game 1 of 40, but that backcourt looked like they never played together before. Um, Going forward, like I obviously think that Jewel and Skylar will be able to play off each other perfectly fine. They did not do that yesterday. Um, the and like I heard, there was the commentators were saying, "Oh, they're just doing a lot of iso ball," but I didn't really see that. It just felt like ill-advised shots being taken. Um, they're the way that they play off each other is going to be key to them unlocking how good they can be in year 1. And I know it's year 1, but they're gonna need that. Um, Nneka played well, 20 and 9. She did her thing. So they started Victoria Vivians at the 3, and my thought process is if you're starting Victoria Vivians at the 3 over Jordan Horston, the reason is we want some more shooting out there. They took 9 threes the entire game. Victoria Vivians took 1 3.
But no, when I saw, because the one of the first tweets I saw this morning was shooting 1 for 9 is just not good basketball or whatever, and I was like, just thinking about the volume of threes alone that Jewel Loyd shot last season for you to wake up today when you actually have the personnel for you to take those random ass shots that the selection sometimes is crazy anyway. For you to take 19 shots and only 3 of them are threes, sister, what were you doing? What were you doing? And I actually, like, before we got on here, I started watching the first half, and I feel like they were playing really well. Like, their best minutes were looking with like Jordan Horston and Ezzy, like immaculate basketball. That's great for me because those are my faves. Like, they're hooping. So I only watched the first half, but I was like, how the fuck did they lose? Like, what were y'all doing? Like, you didn't even lose by like 5. Like, they beat y'all ass. Like, so what happened?
3 for
Yeah, they
19 is very nasty.
yeah, the offense. I was just a little confused by what they were trying to get to. Like I couldn't really tell. Like I'm fine with Jewel taking the mid range, but if it's not falling, we got to switch it up. Like not to be the layups and threes guy. Yeah, I've never been that. But look to set so like it'll be fine. It'll be fine. The Storm are gonna be fine. They'll be one of the top 4 teams. I can confidently say that much. But they got to find it, and they didn't have it yesterday. Um, Ezzy did play well. She had 15 and 9 on 50% shooting. Um, I'm just I'm just confused for now with the way that they look. But I do want to give some credit to the Lynx because Alana Smith was confidently pulling her shot from the outside. She was 3 for 5 on her threes. Led the team with 22 points. She had 8 boards. 20 and 12 for Nafisa Collier, picking up where she left off from last year. Um, I think I think she's one of the 5 or 6 best players in the league, I would say. And I was relatively low on the Lynx, mostly because I didn't know the way that their offense would be run. Like, I know Courtney Williams is going to be the facilitator, but I was wondering because I know that she likes to, get hers as a scorer. So I was wondering, but she she looked good. They looked good. Um, Diamond Miller didn't play very much, but I think she'll be fine. Alyssa Peely didn't play very much, but I was impressed with um with Minnesota. So I maybe should have been higher on them than I was, but we will see.
Where did I have Minnesota? I know it wasn't high. I think it might have been 9.
I think I had them at 9.
Jamae had the Lynx at 6. I mean, both of us had them
Because
at
I
9.
know ball. I know a little something. But no, I feel like them picking up, like, I know they don't really have bigs, but I feel like them picking up, I mean, I know they lost Lindsay Allen, but them picking up Courtney Williams and Alana Smith, I feel like were like good gets for them, especially like I think that'll kind of help them in transition and for them to run a little more so they don't have to like they don't got to battle with the big, in half court sets as much. I don't know, Cheryl, Cheryl just showed me a little something. I might believe in her a little bit more. I still
After
think obviously Seattle will be okay though.
after that damn USA debacle, I'm glad Cheryl really back her clipboard back because we had that episode talking about what the fuck did she draw up. I'm glad she back her back.
No, she's still crazy for that because your star player is literally right there.
On
Just
and
tell her
and
to
the leading
like
score and the leading scorer of the game.
just tell her to just real quick run the play. Like I don't get that, but whatever.
But yeah, that is our opening day breakdowns. Now to award predictions. Um, I think we sent you our award predictions before. I don't know if there is eligibility to change them potentially, but I don't mind sticking with
You're
what
not changing. Your answers are locked in. You shouldn't have voted 3 weeks ago. You should have waited.
I thought we were doing the graphic before the season started, so that's why I
Okay,
made it
not too
3.
much. Not
Well,
too
but
much.
but no
Not
no
too
no
much.
no no no
Come
no this is
on.
not no this is not wait that's not I know how that sounded, but it was never that.
Feel like slander.
Never that. I promise. Chef Jermaine, please. I would never.
Continue.
Um I yeah, that's why I put mine in earlier. But yeah, if I gotta stick by it, I'll stick by it. So do you have the list of what we sent, or was I the only one who sent mine?
You the
I
only
haven't,
one.
I haven't, yeah, I ain't,
Then Jay just was like, we ought to get to it.
yeah, I was like, I don't want to jump out the window too early, but
Well,
I guess now it's time.
let me find my jump out
let
the
me let
window.
me let me write these down so I don't forget.
Um
Let's go. Let's start with MVP. Who we think?
MVP, I said Asia Wilson. I think I feel like it's gonna be, they already done robbed her last year. I think it's gonna be a 2-man race between her and Alyssa Thomas. If they give it to Alyssa Thomas, it's because they hold her last year. If they give it to Asia, it's because they hold her last year. Somebody's getting made up for it, and they both are already about to do some historic shit, and I can see them both playing each other in the finals. But if I had to give it to anybody, I got to give it to Miss Asia with the new shoe. And Nike, you dead ass wrong for acting like you was on the ball because you was fucking tripping. I don't care how long Asia knew about her shoe. Asia had an MVP since damn 2020. You shouldn't have waited this damn long. And I like, oh, why? Of course we would give her a shoe. Yeah, fucking slick. But yeah, that's my MVP.
They really did try to just throw that in there. Like, yeah, of course she's getting one. Bitch, y'all are like 5 years late to if we being real. But I'm gonna let y'all have it because yeah. Anyway, Jay, who are you selecting?
For MVP.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, this might be a sweep. Um, yeah, I'm also going with Asia Wilson. I don't see it for anyone else this year, especially coming off the year where somebody gave her a fourth place vote. I just I don't see how like I feel like she gonna make it she gonna make it undeniable this year.
See, that's the thing. It's like I want to pick someone else. You know what I'm saying? Like I really want to pick AT because I feel like two ATs. I know AT is about to be on her bullshit because she was in game one doing the too little. When has AT ever did the too little? Come on now. Come on. She about to be back on her. Like, come on. But like honestly, Asia also woke up and had a 30 piece. Like 17 and a quarter. And they owe her because the other lady stank bad. Like I kind of feel like we have to pick Asia. I'm sorry. It's just I'm so sorry to AT, but I think I will say I think they'll give AT defensive player of the year. I think it'll be hers.
So we can go to that next. So that is your depoy pick,
Mm-hmm.
Jay.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah, my pick is also Alyssa Thomas. I know that's a little anticlimactic, but I did also pick her. Um, I feel like if the Sun are gonna be a top defense again, um, I know they gave it to Asia last year, which I think she'll make a case again. Like she's that good. She's the best player in the league, so it's kind of she's gonna be in that conversation. But I think if Connecticut ends up with the number one defense, which it it's a strong possibility that it could, um, I see them giving Alyssa Thomas the defense player of the year.
So my defensive player of the year was actually someone else on Connecticut. It was actually Bree Jones. I already said it earlier. I feel like she's probably the best post defender in the league. And with the league so post heavy, I feel like her routinely giving these top players hell is really just gonna solidify her. And I think also Connecticut having like a top season is really going to make her case on why her being missed was so important to them. Like even though Alyssa Thomas did some shit that only Alyssa Thomas can do, like Bree Jones would have helped so much. And so that it was my B-boy pick. Um
Hey, oh, sorry.
oh, go ahead. Sorry.
I was gonna say, like, even in just watching them in game one, like because Bree Jones could defend Aaliyah, when I say AT was like moving across the floor, I was like, ma'am, you was just over there defending the three-point line. How are you at the corner shooter already? Like, what? Where's the rotation? That is not your rotation. So I don't like it's like I've already seen the fruits of Bree Jones's labor. So I I think that's a good pick too.
Yeah, yeah, I like that. I like that pick.
So coach of the year,
Okay. Coach,
I have Noel Quinn.
are you
Um
sticking with that?
that's the thing. Uh the thing is, I'm scared that there won't if the storm do end up like I'm gonna say turning around. It's only the first game of the season, so it's not like it's anything that they really need to fix. Well, like turn around, but like it's gonna be more attributed to Jewel Lloyd and Skylar Diggins playing better and not necessarily her coaching. But you know, we talked about this before. Every team has some type of case for being good to some degree, except like two. Um, so I think my other one, I think what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna say it's gonna be Noel Quinn if they give AT MVP. If they don't, it's gonna be Stephanie White.
Um, again, this is awkward. I also have Stephanie White. So and it's part of the reason I said before. I think that I was actually torn between Stephanie White and Sandy Brandello, but and this is
All
I mean,
right.
look. I'm not saying it's not what I would pick. I'm saying I could see it happening, but I'm going with Stephanie White though, and it's because I think some people may have they did the AT triple doubles thing last year, but I really feel like they didn't give that. I don't think they realized how good the Sun were, and I feel like this year they're gonna double down on all of that. So I'm going with Stephanie White for Coach of
They
the
did
Year.
give her Coach of the Year last year, though. So like they were like, we kind of see y'all, but like we don't care.
Yeah, because
Which
like
is
it felt like
bullshit,
it.
but you know.
Yeah, it felt like it was like yeah, we gonna see. Because to me, a lot of times, sometimes when they do Coach of the Year, they be like, we ain't think I was gonna be all that, but
You
but
shocked
yeah, I
us.
think
Thanks.
yeah,
If anyone is gonna get
Oh,
Coach of the Year because we didn't think y'all was gonna be like that, it might be the Chicago Sky. If they find a way to sneak into the playoffs just off the strength with the injuries they're dealing with and all this other stuff, I think that Coach of the Year is locked up. But that's a lot of if.
hmm. I don't know who I want to pick. Like I think my like original thought was Noel, um, just because like I think they'll obviously end up being good and like really working out. Um, but also like, hmm, I don't know. I'm gonna go with Cheryl Reeve, especially if the Lynx end up being like a top 5 team. I'm gonna pick Cheryl Reeve. Yeah. Okay.
Rookie of the Year. I feel like this
Who
is
you
Caitlin
picked?
Clark's
You picked up.
award. I did pick Rakia Jackson.
Who-
I did say Rakia
Stand,
Jackson.
stand.
I feel like this is Caitlin Clark's award to lose. They already done spit this this fever record turnover game into well, she still had 20 points. So it's gonna be very hard to take that away from her. But I just said we just said this for so well, I just said this for so long. I just think that's the best player in this draft. And I just felt like Rakia about to show out, and she about to. We're gonna see what happens in like an hour because she plays like an hour. But like, yeah, that girl is amazing. So
yeah. I guess the dream. Can't wait. Um, I do I do think that Rakia has an interesting opportunity with her usage because it could be high because they don't really have an offensive focal point. So I could see them
It's D
kind of
after
running some up
Hamby.
through her.
Andrew.
Well, right.
Yeah, that's their offense.
Most
Go
improved
your man.
player.
Did y'all
Wait, yeah.
skip right to hear what I've done?
Wait.
Yeah.
No. I
Yeah.
was
So,
saying no. You
oh,
said
Oh, you
De'Erica.
said that
you
she's
saying
your
De'Erica's gonna be most improved?
Yeah, that's.
okay.
But
I'm gonna write
I'm not sticking to
I'm gonna write
that.
that down. I'm writing that.
I'm not sticking to that. I'm not committed to that. I'm just saying
Um,
words right now.
yeah. So, but yeah, I'm going with Caitlin Clark too. Like,
Okay.
I feel like if she, yeah, I think,
All right, okay.
she,
So we're
yeah,
probably all gonna pick Cece for real. But if
yeah.
not Caitlin Clark, who?
Hmm.
Is your answer still Rakia Dawn?
I don't know. I think right now my answer is Rakia, but I think if Cam is not gets this is a very big if. But if Cam got rid of her foul fetish, I think her defensive, like her being the defensive difference maker she is, and also her versatility on offense will like be the big thing that gets noticed, even if her key is scoring 20, whatever. So I don't know. If I had to go in my gut, I would say Rakia outside of Caitlin Clark.
So you saying Rakia? He thinks one of the LA girls. Jay, what about you? If not Caitlin, who?
Aaliyah Edwards.
Ooh, interesting.
Because I think that the Mystics are going to be looking for an offensive identity.
Hmm.
And there's an opportunity for her to be the answer. So that's what I'm going with.
Okay.
Because playing next to a big like Shakira Austin, who is an excellent passer for a center, I think that's I think that she could have that they could be setting her up. So that's what I'm going with.
I don't know. I have two picks. I'm voting for Angel Reese for the black people, but I'm also voting voting for Jaylen Brown because she actually can hoop. Is she a rookie? I think she's a rookie. So
Yes, she is.
so yeah, I don't know because I feel like Jalen could really be impactful, but Angel, I mean, I think they both could be impactful, right? Um, and because I think they're both gonna get like, well, I don't know if Jalen's gonna get a starting role, but Angel's gonna get a starting role, especially with like I'm still playing around with the rotations and Izzy's out, so like she's gonna get a lot of minutes to like really show her work. So I feel like Angel will be like a strong contender for me. But also Jaylen Brown, like that performance, like she really moved me. She really moved me. So I would pick one of them. Yeah.
Yeah, Camilla is out too for now. So Chicago, I could that could bump Angels usage up.
Mm-hmm. And two, like she's playing like plays very fearless. So she's really just going out there and doing whatever, I don't think she's so concerned about like making mistakes and like I especially like around, especially like putting the ball on the floor. I feel like in college she was like a little bit hesitant. You can see that in her dribbling, but I feel like now she don't got that. So it could work in her favor. All right, most improved. You said Dearica.
Man, yeah, I'm sticking with it. Listen. The Sparks don't got shit to work with. Dearica averaged 9, 5, and 1 assist last year and 1 steal. I could very easily see her averaging like 17, 9, and 3, and like making an all-star team and all that. Like the Sparks might stink, but I don't think it'll be her fault. So, she done had a full year since the scandal. I think she's like feeling good about herself, and like I think in the preseason she looked really good. And the only other like if not her, I think it'd be one of the either Ariel Atkins or Brittany Sykes, but just because they don't have much to work with over there either. But yeah, my pick is De'Arica Hamby.
Jay, who you
All right,
picking?
all right. I'm planting my flag. It's Dana Evans. So I feel like this is a golden opportunity for her. Like I think with I think Chicago is gonna have this is her chance to run the offense to show that she can do that at at this level. And I think she'll be up for it. Because I know that y'all remember I don't even remember if I said this when we were recording or not, but I remember mentioning I would have been interested in the Dream taking a flyer on her as a point guard. So I'm intrigued to see what she can do. Um and I think she's got a prime opportunity to show that. So that's I'm going with Dana Evans for most improved.
Currently, the Sky and Dallas are playing. It's halftime. Dana currently has 8 points, 2 rebounds, and 4 assists. On 3 of 5 shooting. So she's doing it. What she average last season? Let's see if I can see. I hate to, yeah.
I'll pull it up.
I was gonna wait until the game was. I mean, until the pod was over to talk about that game. But Angel Reese is currently in hell right now. He
Yeah.
goes 0 for 3 from the field and 1 for 6 from the free throw line, which is
Oh
not
my God. She's having
good.
an awful day.
Uh,
Okay. So
I
last season Dana Evans averaged 9 points, 1 rebound, 3 assists on 36% shooting and 29% from three.
Okay, she could easily do like 15 and 5, I think. I
Mm-hmm.
think. So and according to the girls, most improved just means your stats need to go up. So listen, Dana, we just need those 10 points. We need those 10 points. Um my most improved yesterday when I watched the Mystics play, it was Shakira Austin. But today when I watched Seattle play, it was Jordan Horston. I don't know who I want to select. Um, you know, I'm gonna pick Shakira. She came back early. I'm gonna just bet on her.
I swear
I
to
don't know what her
God,
stats were.
Shakira Austin can dunk. Like, all my life, she can fucking dunk. That picture in training camp is crazy. Like, she moves fast as heck. That is an athletic ass girl. I know for a fact she can dunk. I need her to stop playing her. I just need one good one. And the Mystics ain't got nothing else.
Please.
Y'all seen that thing that brunch and ball thing that she got? Imagine off of whatever brunch and basketball, you get like 4 mimosas in you and Shakira Austin dunk. Boy, I might get kicked out the arena. Come on now. Come on now.
That is no, really, the brunch and ball thing is such some DC ass shit, and that is so funny to me because, like, know your target audience. You know what I'm saying? That is for Black people. I know we talk a lot about the WNBA, like not knowing who their fan base is, but that is for Black people. That's
Listen,
for me.
I'm petitioning now. Atlanta, y'all need to get in on this.
Now, Jay,
Y'all need to
Hey,
you know,
y'all gonna have wings and hookah. Hookah hoes and Ryan Howard? Hey, listen. Listen.
all I'm saying is I'm down. I'm like you can catch me out there.
Hookah hoes, hoops, and Ryan Howard. I don't know what else is. That's all you need. That's the perfect selling point.
They gonna have Ron Howard on the flyer like she fucking Martin Luther King. This is crazy.
Yes, yes, yes.
They be photoshopping him with a fitted hat on and a chain.
Oh my God. Atlanta's not a real place, I swear. All right, 6 women of the year.
Aerial powers. That's what I wrote.
Ariel Powers.
Is
You
she
know,
is she
black
starting for y'all?
people.
She's not starting for y'all, are you?
She's not funny. I love that pick, Don.
Listen,
It sounds great to me.
aerial powers, 6 women of the year. The Lynx did her dirty. She on her revenge tour. She done had people fly out from the other side of the country to see her, and she said, "I'm sorry, I don't know what to do. Y'all can see me on your next team." My girl, my girl on a she on a mission, on a mission. So
The way Ariel Powers plays basketball stresses me out. I'm so sorry. I cannot. I cannot. Watching her in that preseason game, I was stressed. I was like, she's not even playing on my team, and like, what are we doing? I don't know. And we're not talking about this guy, but Trinity Carter also stresses me out the way she plays. I don't. It's something about both of them dribbling the ball. It's just too much for me. Um, Excellent work though, I'm sure, but they stress me out. Jay, who's your pick?
I'm going with Jordan Horston.
Ooh, that was actually
ooh,
gonna be my pick too.
Yeah, I'm going with her because honestly, as soon as I saw that Vivian's was starting, because this was okay, this was the pick that I was the most torn on. But when I saw that Victoria Vivian was going to be starting, I was like, okay, yeah, you can lock me in now. Yeah, I'm
Mm-hmm.
going with Jordan Horston. I think if they're bringing her off the bench, because she talked about last season how much of an adjustment it was because she played a lot of forward last year
Mm-hmm.
as opposed to playing guard at Tennessee. So I think that pairing her with one of Jewel or Skylar, I think that'll be beneficial to her and be able to she'll be able to get to her spots. So that's my pick.
I want to say it was when I was like, damn, they hooping. I think it was Skylar, Jordan, and Ezzy. I was like, they had this like one sequence where they was like all passing the ball around, all everybody about to fall out of bounds, but somehow the pass worked, and then it ended up with an Ezzy layup. I was like, I don't know how this ball is moving, but this is like amazing. Okay. So yeah, I think Jordy would be my pick too. I'm trying to think about who else I would I actually, if I'm gonna pick a Fever player, because I clearly didn't pick none. I actually really like Timmy. Um, I feel like she's probably gonna be our best bench player. Even though I don't know how this rotation is gonna work, especially when Kelsey becomes like back into the starting lineup. But if I had to pick a Fever player, I would pick Timmy because she's actually very good, even though she fouls way too much. She gonna have to figure that out, but she's good. Executive of the year.
I feel like you have to give it to the Storm. Like, I don't care if the niggas stink or not. Like, whether this shit pan out or not. At the Encore product is not my fault as an executive. I got you, Skylar Diggins Smith and Nneka Ogwumike. Like, y'all figure that shit out on the floor. I did my
Yeah,
job.
yeah, she gonna run away with it because I think during the GM survey, I want was it like it might have been 100%. I can't remember. They were like, who made the best offseason moves? I want to say it was like I want to say everybody was like, oh, it was the Storm because yeah, like they yeah they did the thing. I don't want to mispronounce her name, so that's why that's why I didn't say it. But
Fair to the Aces only because they actually have 12 players. They was cooking them books. So I don't know. I might give it to them.
I gotta see how these other moves make if Megan and Deasia and them work out and Kate Martin, which is crazy. Somebody was mad that Kate Martin didn't play, and everybody was like, "You better get used to this. You're gonna get at least 25 more games of that." Sorry to tell you.
Like, would you thought Kate Martin was coming to play? She has come to be here a vibe. She's here for the vibe. Like,
She's here
what
for
you
the
talking about?
vibes and to learn. She'll get there, but right now
Yeah, we
she's
gotta put public service announcement, new fans, 12-player roster does not mean 12-player rotation.
Yeah.
it's
You
it's
you
not
better hope
happening.
8 see the floor. Like, congrats.
Yeah.
So
Yeah. If you pushing it at 9, but yeah.
the off-season moves from the GM survey, it was Seattle, then Phoenix, and then it was a tie for Connecticut and Minnesota. And low-key, Connecticut with Tiffany Mitchell, Rachel Banham. I don't know. If Rachel Banham keeps playing like this,
Yeah, she shot them. Yeah, she was yeah.
they got like Tiffany Mitchell, Rachel Banham, they got Bree Jones back. They didn't keep any rookies, but like they got Queen Egbo now. Like, I don't know. Connecticut has a good case.
yeah.
They okay.
Connecticut did a
They're
fantastic
yeah,
job.
yeah. Connecticut, they saw Bree Jones got hurt last year and they was like, oh, never again. Yeah. We bringing in all the bigs. If we just in case we got to break glass in case of emergency big. We not doing that. And your fourth center is Queen Egbo. Like, can you imagine? Can you imagine your fourth center? That's nuts.
I think they easily have the best center center room or rotation in the league. I guess
They
it's
got
very
yeah.
like
Their their fourth string center would be a solid backup on multi. Like at the very least.
Which is why I don't understand why the Mystics traded her. Like, my brothers in Christ, what were y'all doing?
they're trying to tank. She's good at basketball.
I don't understand.
They
Like
won't
I know
go.
that
They
I know
weren't
that
gonna
they're
be top teams with Queen. Like, I mean, you
Listen,
can still
yeah.
tank.
Like
they did.
I promise you, wins with like it didn't matter who y'all brought in. Like once EDD said I'm not coming back, like the winning season was about gone. Like from that point, you looking ahead anyway. Queen Egbo was drafted in 2022. Like it's not like she old.
Yeah,
I don't
yeah.
understand. I don't understand the process.
I think the Mystics was like, if you promising and we can make this trade and like not get in trouble for tampering or like uh try to deliberately tank, we're gonna make it. Because if we trade
And but
Brittany, if we trade Brittany Sykes and Ariel Atkins for a bag of chips, the league gonna say something. But maybe we could just do a little bit like trade a third round pick here, trade Queen Egbo there, just a little bit of something like that.
But it still didn't make sense because they traded Seattle for Jay Melbourne. And matter of fact, now that I think about it, why the fuck didn't y'all put her in the game? She's an actual point guard. Like, I don't trust the Mystics, man. I don't trust him. He's going at the bottom. Like, that's exactly
I wanna look up
like,
his name, but I Mystics man is so much better.
I don't know what the man name is. I'm pretty sure he named after his father. And
I know
I
he done
think his
lied
dad's
on
name is
Twitter
Mike.
twice about some moves that he was trying to make.
I don't know that man name, and I won't be figuring it out. Cause like, what are you doing? Why wouldn't you put that lady in? Y'all was already losing. Y'all didn't want to win the game anyway. Julie Verlu is fucking not looking at the basket. What do you have to lose? Anyway, back to executive of the year. We could give the Dream a little something because they did go get Jordan Canada and somehow got Tina Charles to play basketball. So that's kind of a big feat. I don't know.
I you know, the jury is out, but I am excited. I am. Even if they frustrate me sometimes, because they frustrated me so bad last year. But I am still excited. I'm still excited. Um and in my rankings, I had them at 4. And if we finish at 4, Coach T is winning Coach of the Year.
For sure. For sure. I don't trust her right now. But she really could, like, yeah. If y'all Tina Charles, I don't know. I might have to jump her because she was roughing Aaliyah up a little too much in that preseason game. I didn't like that. I didn't like that. I know it's your first day out here, but you doing too much. You're doing too much. Uh, I don't know. I'm watching her though because the rotations, like, are you gonna let Haley be the one? Like, what are we doing? What are we
See,
doing?
and the reason I'm a little concerned about how long Jordan Canada is gonna be out, because I feel like the ceiling that this team can reach, a lot of it is gonna be dependent on her because of her as a playmaker. So I'm interested. A little concerned. No panic yet. We haven't played yet. I know by the time this is out, we will have played. So I'll at least have one game worth of thoughts.
What's
But
your
yeah, I am excited about my team still.
what's your level of panic you think if y'all lose today?
It depends on how
Uh
they lose.
yeah, well, like I feel like at max though, my panic would be at like a 3 because it's game 1 of 40, and it's I'm not gonna put too much stock in one game, but
Well,
if I seem more frustrated in the moment, I'm not gonna guarantee that I'm not gonna be feeling away. But by tomorrow morning, I'll be I'll be calm.
I hope I actually honestly I hope the dream actually win. You know, I'm actually wishing you good blessings because I have not been so pissed about a basketball game since fucking Courtney Williams cooked us in that 30 piece last season. Like I had not been so mad. And I'm like, Jamaica, it's game 1, sister. They don't even know each other. But I'm like, all right. I had to just lay down because I was like, I can't believe this.
I hope Ricky Jackson has 30 points and y'all win by 15. That would be my dream scenario. Ricky Jackson having 30, De'Erica having 20 and 10, Cameron Brink having 10 points, 10 rebounds, and like 5 blocks and fouling out.
Damn, how many we gonna score there? We might as well
Right.
go ahead and run
Like
it
what
up.
30 and 20 and 10 and 30 and 5?
That's
How
that's 60 points.
many?
Lexi can have 12. That's 72. Um, Ari can have 8. That's 80. And then
Oh yeah, I forgot we got the Airy Madonna
Ari,
revenge
excuse
game.
me. Um,
If Aaron McDonald get the revenge, I'm not even gonna say it.
yeah, and
I'm not
y'all
gonna say it.
had they score 80, y'all score 95.
I'm not gonna say it.
Ryan How
Blessings.
Ryan
Blessings to you
Howard
and your
gets her
team.
30 piece. I would actually like to see Ryan Howard and Kid Jackson go bad for bad.
On day 1? You know
Yes.
what though?
That
Actually, we need that. We need that actually.
Yeah, that'll be fun.
I need
Might
I
be a
need
little might be a little stressful for me, but it'll be fun.
I need people tuning in to see Cameron Brink and staying for 2 black girls going band for band. You gonna see this black girl magic one way or another.
Well,
Speaking of that, I did think it was funny that Pat McAfee, even though I don't really like that nigga like that, but like and I didn't even really know he existed until he started doing stuff for wrestling or WWE. But he was like, yeah, I was watching Pacers in Connecticut Sun game, and I didn't know nothing about DeWanda Bonner, but she was hooping. They got some really good girls over there. I was like, yeah, that's the type of
Yeah, you know
that's the
that's
type of
kind of how
new
professional basketball works.
that's the type of
Um,
new fan stuff I like. He didn't really present it like he knew more than anybody else. Just like it was just like okay, I didn't know they was hooping like that. That's
You know what though? Everybody is being nice to him about that. And I'm really trying not to be, the angry old woman because what the fuck are you talking about? Like you thought this girl's dream was to go to the WNBA to play with some fucking scrubs? I'm sorry, I'm trying not to curse no more. But can we be serious for 1 second? Like you looked at that and was like, Caitlin Clark, her dream to be here and she just was gonna cook on the first day. What she could have stayed in Iowa. I mean,
yeah,
what are
I
we
just
what are we talking about?
like it's just like this is a professional basketball league, y'all. Like like yeah, she was dominant at Iowa. This is a different league. Like the play style is different. Like it's funny because we talked about even before this happened, it was like, people might need to temper their expectations a little bit because, it's a culture shock for these rookies. Like everybody not coming in like Candace Parker came in her first game. Like
Nobody
it's
is coming in like Candace Parker. Let's actually say that because it's not
yeah,
happening.
nobody,
Not
nobody at
happening,
all.
guys. When
No,
we
it
see
probably it will never happen again. Like,
we
but
when the WNBA finally gets their Victor Wimbiana in 40 years, we can come back to that. But it won't be happening. Like I don't.
yeah,
Mm-mm.
like yeah. So it was just it's kind of funny to me because it's like y'all thought she's like, oh yeah, she gonna go to the W so she can just dominate some of these old players, and it's just like she could have went and played with Ice Cube in the Big Three if that's what she wanted.
Like
Like,
hello.
like this is she wants the level of competition that she got. She knew that this was not gonna be easy because where's the fun in that? Where's the fun in being dominant from day one? Unless you Candace Parker.
Yeah, and you only get better. Like it's just I don't know. Candace Parker is crazy. I can't believe she retired still. That's nuts. And to retire on the beginning of training camp, you could have told us this 2 weeks ago. You could have told us
Nah,
this 2 weeks ago. Yeah.
and then she did it with a Jay-Z quote. That is the most Candace Parker thing. Like, dear summer, I know you're gonna miss me.
And with the baby pic at that, Candace, please, you have had a long career. Post the photos. Like, what are you doing?
She's so real. She's so real.
I was very sick. I almost fell to my knees at work when I seen that. I was about to be in the middle of that T-Mobile floor hurting.
And she was like, "Y'all keep that fake love at arm's length. I'm gonna go and dip out. Y'all be easy."
Yeah,
She should have said something about. She should have said something. She should have ended it with a special thanks to Gino and Team USA. That's how she should have ended it.
They don't deserve. That's why they ain't won nothing. Sorry to Paige. You don't deserve this, but Gino do. Damn. And then she gonna leave Gino and then have to be coached under what you call him, Magic Man?
Nah, she going to the Golden State Valkyries.
Nah, but they gonna get like the fifth pick.
Oh, that's right. What if? All right, hear me out.
Oh.
An expansion
conspiracy
team,
theory.
an expansion team trade up to number one.
Can you do that?
I was about to, can you do that? I feel like they should let them do that. Expansion teams are so bad. Like I feel like the first year is usually hell. Like I feel like they should let them.
It's just I can't imagine now
Wait, who
more.
are y'all saying is going to the expansion team?
I'm
Hey,
Oh,
just
okay.
with the selection of people that they're gonna get. Are the Mystics, if they do just so happen to get the number one, because they're gonna try, they're damnedest. Are they going to be willing to take other people's scraps to trade that number one pick? I just can't really like. I feel like even if you could, it's
if
just.
it's the Mystics, I don't see it.
Yes, I just feel like even if
Yeah,
you could,
you
they
would
would.
need. They would need like the Fever to get it somehow. Like I don't see yeah, I don't see the Mystics doing it.
Well, Fever low key could still get it because if you think about it, the bottom four teams last year, it was us, Seattle, Phoenix,
And
and
LA.
LA. So really only LA, like the Fever, I mean, I think we'll make the playoffs, but that's still kind of bottom half. We can still go sub
Yeah.
50. And Seattle already gone. And
Phoenix should be,
Phoenix
but might
could
not
be
be.
better. I
Yeah.
don't want to be, but they could be better. So hypothetically, if they become like a 6 seed and we still 8 or 9, we still might get, that bottom number. My conspiracy theory, though, is that somehow Minnesota is going to end up with Paige. I don't know how it's going to happen, but the Lynx are going to get Paige.
Listen,
Yeah.
I would love. I'd be moved by that. I would be moved by that.
Paige playing
Like,
with Nafisa and the greatest Hawaiian, I mean, the greatest Alaskan ever is really gonna move mountains. And Diamond Miller.
nah,
Yeah.
I'm with that. Yeah,
Mhm.
I'm
It's
with
going to
that.
happen. Yeah.
We finna get 2 expansion drafts.
Back to back.
These
And
these roster crunches gonna be crazy
I
because
know
it's
it's
gonna be
about
like
to
it's gonna be
somebody
crazy.
revenge tour when they don't get protected is gonna be crazy. They're gonna be like, damn, I thought y'all would have kept me. And there's not. It's gonna be somebody that's up for grabs that did not expect to be up for grabs. It's gonna be somebody that's up for grabs that don't get picked, and it's gonna affect their relationship with their franchise. Like somebody gonna be sitting like, "Damn, you ain't protect me." Then it's like, "Damn, the Valkyries and Toronto team ain't want me." It's
But
gonna
they
get
don't
real.
like
It's gonna get real nasty.
expansion drafts. See, I thought that everybody got to pick. I thought it was just like real dead ass
Nah,
pick.
yeah, I think the way it works, um, I think I know each team gets like a set number of players that they can hold on to, and then the expansion team just picks from who's available. That's why I thought it would have been interesting for them to bring in 2 expansion teams at the same time, even though that first year would be real rough. If that was the case. But
They
yeah.
said they went in 5 years, so they might need to get, the back-to-back number one picks, and hopefully that'll set them off right. So maybe they need to stink in that first year, set them up for
No,
success.
they probably do. They probably do.
Are we doing our ranking justifications to end the night?
I feel like we kind of justified them as we went.
Fair
Yeah,
enough.
we just kind of
Oh, I would just
sprinkled
like
them in there.
to point out that the Wings traded, like the Wings basically got rid of their only point guard, and we thought it was because they had full confidence in JC Sheldon, and JC Sheldon has only played 5 minutes or less than. Does he play like 6 minutes this game?
Because they believed in their foreign girly, who I personally did not like in that preseason. She did not move me. I don't know what they was thinking, but she currently has 6 points, so maybe she knows something, and 1 assist.
Enrique got 11 and 6. She shooting April 16th from the field, but you know,
I
she
mean, somebody got to
yeah,
get a bucket.
somebody got to.
I have to push the Enrique agenda. Natasha Howard has 11 points and 11 rebounds. Maybe she will be the most improved. I have to start an agenda. I need people to respect Enrique's game.
Yes,
Maddie
I love
Secret's
her on the
got 10
play.
though.
Man, and you know what? And I said with Satu out, they gonna need Maddie to score.
Dude, I wanted
Cause
her in the draft.
yeah, yeah, they gonna
She
need Maddie. They gonna need Maddie to be the scorer without Satu. And it's funny because it's such a drastic change in her role from what it was last year. But
literally.
but she's a bucket. So it's like it ain't like she's gonna have issues scoring. She was just like
She's
they just want asking me to do that.
She
I
literally is
know
4 for 8 right now.
she went
Like,
from one of the greatest college
like
scorers of all time to having to become a trench baby last year. And I know that because Satu hurt, she the ball bounced to her and she started talking to her like you can shoot. I can shoot this. Like I can hit,
she's, she's getting a ball that's not a rebound. Like that
I,
baby is ecstatic. She's like,
like you passed this to me. Like that I know that shit started talking to her.
That's really funny.
Um, but yeah, if I think that is everything on our agenda. For anyone who is watching on YouTube, if you see me look up many times during this, is because I didn't know if the Celtics was gonna piss me off or not. And Evan Mobley was playing like Asia Wilson, but we did in fact win, and that's all that matters to me. But it should be a beautiful, beautiful, beautiful WNBA season. Get your agendas off, get your takes off at all costs. Um, don't let anybody stop you from spreading an agenda, unless it's like super negative or whatever. I feel like we should know how. I feel like you should know what's derogatory and what's not. But yeah.
And to be clear, saying Aaliyah Boston can't play basketball is derogatory. Saying we
Oh,
don't her is derogatory.
speaking of that,
It's not that's more than derogatory. That's stupid. That's just incorrect.
I didn't
Like
like, and this is like going back to the Fever and Fever game. I thought it was really crazy how I know some dude on Twitter that was like, I'm used to Clark's teammates being good. And it's like, oh, it's so crazy how everything has flipped in like a month. Like it was really like, yeah, Clark teammates trash and she carrying them relative to their competition, whatever. Now it's like Clark teammates were good this whole time.
I'm
It's
like,
like,
how
whoa,
that work?
whoa.
Like Aaliyah Boston is the best big you've ever seen. Don't play with me. Like,
We
just
would
don't play with me for real. Like, I know y'all won't trying to give her no touches in the preseason game, and then she had a bad first night, which still pissing me off because her and Caitlin Clark had the same shooting percentage, and they're like, well, why are we blaming Caitlin Clark when Aaliyah played bad? Well, first of all, Caitlin Clark took fucking 10 more shots, and she's the point guard. So who else are we gonna blame? The bitch with the ball. Like, what are we talking about? What are we talking about? Oh, I'm gonna get over it. I'm not gonna be mad. It's over. I'm over it. I'm over it. I'm over it.
Yeah. I am Paragon Don.
I'm Jamae.
and I'm Jay Trent.
This is another episode. First season. First whatever the fuck. I speak.
First, first episode of season 2.
First episode of season 2 of Pull Up 3. Lord forgive me.